Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Shabab. Welcome to Big Bang Data Science Solutions, week 3 of the 15-week free program in data science and artificial intelligence in collaboration with a few Moroccan universities. This is our final round of week number 3. And in this week, we are going to continue learning the foundation of Python programming. As I mentioned yesterday, this session or this week, we are not going to learn Python, unfortunately, because Python cannot be learned in 2 sessions or 3 sessions or even 10 sessions. It's an ongoing learning, and it does require a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication, a lot of time, and a lot of effort to learn it. But I do believe that these 2 sessions that we have provided should be enough to get you started your journey in learning Python, which is a language that you are going to need to master to become a superhero data scientist. So in today's session, we are going to continue learning foundation of Python. Is a continuation of yesterday's session. We are going to learn how Python handles different type of data. And the files I shared with you, that is the file we will be using. So we are going to be using these files, which you already have access to through the canvas. And so we are going to learn how to handle string, then list, tuple. We are going to learn how to handle sets, dictionaries. I don't know if you are going to have time to cover everything. I will do my best to cover as much as we can, but it's your responsibility to go through these files and explore them, play around them, break them. That is how you learn. And of course, you can always come to me in case you have a question, you have a doubt, you have anything that you want me to address. You can always schedule a one-to-one session or simply call me. I will be more than happy to assist further. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is we are going to fire up our Jupyter notebook. So I'm going to close this Jupyter notebook for now. Then I'm going to fire up I'm going to start from scratch so you know what I'm doing. And again, this could be boring for those who are already advanced in Python. But again, we want to make sure that everybody taking this program, taking this course, have a minimum understanding of Python programming. That is the purpose of this 2 sessions tutorials. So we are going to fire up our Jupyter notebook by simply using the Anaconda prompt. And there's many ways you can do it. You could go to your Windows and search for Anaconda, and yeah, you could start Anaconda Navigator. You could do it through Navigator, but it does require a little bit of time. The Anaconda prompt is faster because it's going to fire up simply the Anaconda prompt, while the Anaconda Navigator, you are going to have access to so many things. That is why it's sometimes very slow. So we are going to do Anaconda prompt. All what we need to do is type in GUPY TER notebook. And I'm going to share this command with you guys in the chat, just for those who don't know how to use it yet. Yeah, please fire up your Anaconda prompt and type in GUPY TER Jupyter notebook and hit enter using your keyboard. Give it a second. Now it's searching. Here we go. And voila, I have my home page, which is it's running on the local host with the port 8889. So you are not going to see what I see because this is my local system. These are my folders. So now I'm going to navigate through these folders to access the files of week number 3. So I want to access these files. Okay, so I'm going to go to, I know where to go. It's OneDrive, then desktop, then data science journey, and under business development and business training programs, BBDS 2023, and data science in Morocco, week number 3, Python codes, and voila, so I got all my files. So I'm going to simply fire them. This is the first one. This is the second one. I'm going to fire the third one. I'll fire the fourth, the fifth, and probably the sixth. So we'll try to cover 6 topics. Hopefully, I don't know yet because there is a lot to cover, but I'm going to cover them just right on the fly. And I have the codes already available, so we are not going to code from scratch, which requires a lot of work, a lot of time. So we are going to use the files that we already have. Yes, folks, you are gonna need to have to use a laptop. You need a computer if you were to learn. Okay, so the first file, introduction to Python. This is the file that we talked about yesterday. And yesterday we talked about the type of data that Python can handle. There's a lot of data type that every data type has its way, different way of being to handle. So the way we handle sets is totally different than the way we handle sequential data. The way we handle numerical data is totally different than the way we handle categorical data or string data, etc. So every data type has a way to handle. And we are going to cover a few of them. So yesterday we learned that three different commands or simply functions. We learned the print function. Hello? Sorry, guys, no, a student was calling me. Then we learned the type function. And also we learned the help function. So this is all the functions that we learned from yesterday. The print, of course, is going to print out the content of a variable. The type is going to print out the structure or the type of the data. The help is documents related to a specific function. Okay, so now we are going to move into file number 2. And in file number 2 we are going to start learning about the string. So this is a lot of garbage in there. Please, so this notebook will be learning how to handle numbers, string, lists, dictionary, booleans, tuples, and sets. Should be enough to learn about the basics of Python. And if you guys, okay, so yes, yeah, Boai just shared the link. Okay, I'm going to share the link one more time with you guys for these Jupyter notebooks. This is the link one more time to download the files from my Jupyter notebooks. Please go ahead and download them. You need a laptop. You need a laptop, and this is how you learn. So for Python, what we could do in the future, after we are done with this program, we could design, we could start a new program. It's free for all Moroccan universities, inshallah, to learn Python from zero to hero, end to end. In the past, we had completed one programming one course. It's called Python for Kids, and this is a 12 months program. Yeah, it's a 12 months program, and we got more than, I believe, 1,600 students across, from all over Morocco, across the countries. So we could design a Python program or R program. You just let me know what best fit you guys. I don't have any problem designing a Python program for Moroccans for free, but it has to be after we are done with this 15-week program. Okay. Also, the official program is going to start on the 21st of January, which is going to be 2 weeks from now. If you are interested in joining this program, you are going to be a data scientist. نقطة. يعني you are going to be, is designed to help you to become a data scientist, inshallah. So we'll talk about these two programs if you are interested. But the Python program is going to be free, and it's going to be 6 months or 8 months free Python program for Moroccans. Okay, so please open up the string, and in this string we are going to learn basic things about string. So first of all, the way all strings, they have to be within quotation marks. All strings, they have to be within quotation marks. Otherwise, the Python is going to yell at you. So all strings, they have to be within the quotation marks. We have a single quotation mark, triple quotation marks, and double quotation marks. It does not really matter, but sometimes we, by default, the default is the single quotation mark, يعني الأحادية. But if in the sentence, if you have an apostrophe somewhere, then you are going to need to use the double quotation mark. The triple quotation mark, please excuse me, guys. I have the students calling me. Hello? Yes? Okay, so let me share the Zoom in the WhatsApp. Give me 1 more minute. There is no security code. No, you try again. Okay, and I'm in class. Unfortunately, I cannot talk because I'm in class. Thank you. Not a problem. Yeah, I got a students asking about the, did you guys get, I don't know, but I don't know how you guys connected, but one of the students complained about the passcode. واش قاعد منكم system passcode ولا غير هي? Please confirm. No, okay. Give me 1 more minute. I really need to share. Yeah. Okay, my apologies. أعتذر لكم يعني بصراحة ما يعني I should not answer the phone while I'm in class, but I'm simply trying to help. Okay, so for the string, it has to be quotation marks. Quotation marks if we want to do a string. كاينين single quotation marks, كاينين double quotation marks, وكاينين triple quotation marks. So منين كنديروا single quotation mark إلا كانت يعني جملة ولا كلمة عادية. It's simple single word or single sentence. Double إلا عندكم الأبوستروف داخل كلمة, then the double is needed. So for example, yeah, this is a very straightforward word, hello world. and we got it. But if I add, for example, this is Moroccan this is class. So, and they add an apostrophe, this is not going to work. Why? Because I have an apostrophe, and this apostrophe, what it does, it confuses the system. It does not know if this is a single quotation or an apostrophe. So in this case, we have to change the single quotation into double. So we need to change the single quotation into double if you were to get this sentence to work. Here we go. Now it's going to accept it. So that is where we can use the single quotation, double quotations, and triple quotations. Triple quotations is if you have a very long sentence, and in that sentence you got a paragraph. I mean, if you have a paragraph, and in that paragraph you have sentences, you have apostrophe, you have some quotations in there, then we are going to need to use triple quotations. So inside, so anything that is inside the quotations, either it's a single or a double or a triple, it's considered a string. هنا عندنا 3 6 9 269. It's a number. It's a number. They are numbers. They are digits. ولكن فاش درناهم داخل quotations, the structure or the type of the data has been changed from the numeric to a string. Here we go. Special characters. It's all a string. Okay, and this string is a sequential data. السيكونشال يعني كاين تحت تسلسل، واحد النوع ديال التسلسل. يعني كاين ال H هي الأولى followed by E by L by O by space وغادية all the way to the end. حنا دابا إلا بغينا إلا بغيتي if you want to get an element مثلا you want to get an element عندنا السنتنس هذه اللي هي hello world وعندنا فيها ال H E L O space then the rest of the word. So let's say that you don't want to get all the words, all the characters. You are interested only in a specific character. You want to get an H or L, E or etc. So this Python is a zero indexing, is a language that is zero indexing. So كل كلمة كل حرف راه عنده واحد الاندكس، عنده واحد reference number كيبدا من الصفر. دابا ال H هو صفر، A هو واحد، then 2 3 4 space هي 5 وغادي هكا. Sorry guys, my mouse is not working. Okay, so in this case, so we are going to create an object. Again, object is simply a container. يعني في هذا الستيل هذا. غاديين يلا we created a container, a cup, كاس. درنا واحد الكاس في الميموري. عندك الكاس درنا فيه واحد الجملة، واحد string اسميتها hello space word exclamation mark. Yeah, this is simply a space and memory. الذاكرة ديال الحاسوب ديالك هاد البايثون استعملت خدات واحد النسبة ديال memory. Yeah, Mustafa, we don't speak Germany, my friend. Thank you so much, but I don't speak German. I don't speak German. So احنا يعني we created this هذا كتسمى variable، هذا كتسمى object. Yeah, this is an object. and whatever we store in this object is called variable. متغيرات كتغير بزاف. يعني بغينا احنا when we stored this variable in this object, we want to pull it up, we want to print it out. So we are going to use print. غادي نستعملوا print. So when we create an object, there are a few things that we could use to get into the content of the object. Number one, we could use the object itself, the object name. يعني كرينا واحد object اسمه message. إلا بغينا نعرفوا شنو داخل ذاك الobject اللي سميناه المسج ذاك الكاس, we are going to use the name of the object, run it, or we could use the print function. Print is going to give you the same thing. لكن احنا ما بغيناش everything in the object. We need few things. We are going to do the slicing. هذا البراكتس. منين كتشوفوا في البايثون البراكتس كتعني جوج الحوايج. منين كتشوفوا في البراكتس هادو كتسمى البراكتس كتعني two things. إما كتعني this is a list. يعني list هو نوع ثاني ديال data. String واحد نوع, numeric نوع. Tuples is another. List is a type of data. String is a type of data. Tuples is a type. Integers, complex numbers, dictionaries هذا كلهم أنواع ديال البيانات اللي بايثون كيتعامل معها. خصنا نعرفوا كل الخصائص ديال كل نوع باش يمكن لنا يعني نتعاملوا مع داك النوع ديال البيانات. داك الشيء اللي خدام مع list probably is not going to work for a string. ممكن maybe not. داك الشيء اللي خدام مع tuple, داك الشيء اللي نقدروا نخدموا مع tuple might not work for list, etc. Okay, so anything when you see the brackets كتعني, and it simply means you are dealing with a list or a subset. Subset. I cannot write. I don't know what's wrong with my mouse. Subset. يعني subset وهي portion. يعني ماشي كل البيانات اللي عندك. So we are telling the system, hey system, please print anything that we have in the object. عافاك اعطيني كاع داك الشيء اللي عندي في هذا الاوبجكت اللي سميته انا message, ولكن ما تعطينيش كل شيء, اعطيني غير واحد سابسيت. اشنو هو هذا السابسيت اللي بغيتي؟ بغينا ذاك الحرف ولا ذاك الكاركتر اللي عنده الاندكس 0. index 0. Yes, remember Python starts with 0. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, space is 5 وغادي يبقى. يعني إلا درنا if I run this the 0, I'm going to get the H. إلا درت 0 1 2 3 4 and 5 إلا درت ال 5 غادي تعطيني space. Okay, it's space, nothing in there. There 2 غتعطيني L. Sorry, 2 تعطيني L. درت 8 غتعطيني ال R. درت 18 15 درت 18 مثلا غتعطيني واحد الايرور. غتقول لك ودي راه طلبتي شي حاجه اللي انا ما عنديش. It's out of range. My range is from 0 to maybe 10, 11. Someone needs to mute. Mahdi, please mute yourself. Thank you, sir. Okay. So now what we could do is we are going to use some generic functions generic functions. The first function that we are going to learn is len. يعني تصغير الكلمة length. Length of message. Length of message is going to give you the number of characters اللي عندنا. شحال من character اللي عندنا في هذه الكلمة هذه؟ عندنا 12 characters. يعني منين كنطلب أنا 18 راني I mean the max I can go with is 12. لقينا 12 هذا يعطيني الاكسكلاميشن مارك آخر character في الكلمة. Actually, the excluded. The max is going to be 11. لأن هي بدأت من صفر تل 11. It's exclamation mark. There مثلا 12 is out of range. Okay. كاينة واحد الحاجة خصكم تفهموها. منين كنبغي نجبدوا يعني if we were to slice نقدر نبداو من اليمين. We could start from right, from left to right, or from right to left. مثلا إلا بدينا من right, من left to right, غادي نبداو من صفر 1 2 3 4 حتى 11. يعني this is right to left. Sorry, from left to right. إلا بدينا من left to right غادي نبداو -1 -1 -2 -3 حتى -11. يعني هذه مثلا print 0 give me the 0 هي h. إلا قلت لي أعطيني -11 يعني إلا بدينا من سميتو من اليمين هي the same thing as I'm sorry -12. Yes, -12 لأن بدينا بالواحد. -12 is going to be h. So ممكن ندير indexing from the right, من اليسار إلى اليمين, from the left to right, using starting from the 0, the first, the second, the third, all the way to the end, or from the right all the way to the beginning using the negative sign, the minus. Yeah, thank you, Mustafa. Yes, you're right. Okay, that is all about how to slice the string. The len function is going to give you the number of elements, number of characters within a string or within an object. So this is the second function we are going to learn. هادوك يتسموا generic functions. تحتاجهم يعني منين كتتعامل مع البيانات الضخمة يعني big data or even a data frame. منين كتتعامل مع واحد الفايل اللي عندك columns and rows, you are going to use many of these generic functions simply to help you understand what you have in the data, help you understand your data, help you understand what you have in data. يعني we are going to learn as many as we can. So we talked about negative indexing, we talked about slicing. بعد خطرات قد you need from this index to that index. So that is called slicing. تقول لي بغيت أعطيني من صفر حتى الواحد. أعطيني من index 0 to index 1. and هذا الاندكس الاخراني راه excluded راه ما كاينش يعني غادي يعطيك ال h يعني is similar, this is similar to this similar لان هذا الرقم هذا is excluded ما كاينش. بغيتي مثلا من الاندكس 0 حتى الاندكس مثلا 10 10 from index 0 to 10 to index 10 هذا يعطيك hello world. هذه اللي حسبتيها كتلقى بأن that is the end. That's the index number 10. Okay, بغينا 6 to 12 يعني you are telling this one يعني الشرح ديالها كتقول system go to the cup سير ذاك الكاس اللي سمينا احنا المسج واعطيني الكلمات واعطيني الحروف اللي موجوده في الاندكس من 6 حتى الاندكس 12 excluded يعني يعطيك 6 و7 و8 و9 و10 و11 12 ما كايناش. So here, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. So please play around this. I think that should be enough. Yes, with the string, نقدر نحولوا lower case, upper case. مثلا مثلا عندنا هذه الكلمة هذه hello Python. And before uppercase print غادي ندير before uppercase then comma message. What is in the message هو هذا. يعني نشرح لكم هذه الكلمات جوج صورة. So we created a variable. الفسر الأولاني just we create a variable. خدينا واحد الحيز من الميموري سميناه المسج. غادي نعيطوا عليه نسميوه دابا كاس سمينا واحد الكاس وفي ذاك الكاس we stored an object and a variable called hello Python which is a string. يعني the second line we are going to print the message whatever we have in the cup ولكن غادي نزيدوا عليه واحد الجملة كتسمى before سميناها before uppercase simply as a statement. We had before uppercase, it has to be between quotation marks. Okay, إلا حيدتي شي quotation mark ما غاديش تخدم لك. It's gonna throw a lot of errors. مزيان دائما always look into the error end of line while scanning string error. So there is an end of line problem in there. So actually what is, I mean, we opened the quotation mark and we did not close it. So we need to close it. Okay. So now we want to transform whatever we have, whatever we want to transform this hello Python to a lowercase. Lowercase هي الحروف الكبيرة. To do that, we are going to use a method. We are going to use a method called dot uppercase. Dot upper. Sorry. So we are going to add to the string dot upper. Okay, let me stop here. Just I want to ask you, واش كتفهموا عليا ولا I'm talking gibberish? Everybody in the chat, please say something. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Or okay, good. Yeah, good. أنا ما أعرفش شنو الexpertise اللي عندكم في Python. If you are an experienced Pythonist, my apologies. غير صبروا معايا إن شاء الله تعالى. غادي نتجاوزوا هاد الحصة هذه اللي هي حصة ضرورية باش نجيب كل واحد on the same level. We want to have the same level of understanding of Python. But inshallah, next week is going to be totally different, exciting moment or exciting learning with data, learning data using Python. Okay? So بغيتي تحول هذه الكلمة هذه من الحروف الصغيرة في اللغات Latin language عندهم الحروف الصغيرة الحروف الكبيرة في العربية والعبرية والأفرو Asian Semitic ولا Semitic languages ما عندهمش هذه الحروف الكبيرة وعندهم صغيرة. يعني هم عند العربي ما فيهاش حرف كبير وحرف صغير. So we want to transform everything in this sentence to lowercase. We add in the dot upper. Okay, and now here we go. هذا الأولى before uppercase. Hello Python. ثانية دابا تحولت من الحروف الصغيرة إلى الحروف الكبيرة. دابا غادي نحولوها عاود ثاني الحروف الصغيرة. باش تحولها الحروف الصغيرة كدير dot lower. ولا بغيتي تحول غير الحرف الأول في كل كلمة غادي نديرو dot title. Here we go. Dot title hello Python. الأولى we got hello Python يعني عادية. فاش حولنا الأبر كيس الحروف الكبيرة درنا dot upper وقلنا hello Python. وحولنا عاود تاني back to lower case. ودابا بغينا نحولوا غير يعني we want to transform just the first characters of each word of the sentence into uppercase. Then we use the title. يعني هادو غادي نزيدوا عليهم dot upper dot lower and dot title. Okay, very good. وغادي نزيد عاود ثاني dot replace. بعد خطرات you need to change something. So we are going to create two variables. The first variable is hello Python. The second variable is we are going to replace the hello in the first sentence with the hi. There we go. And now we want to print. Using the replace. Okay, before we do that, we are going to do here a message to print the message, and we are going to print. We are going to do print. And now we are going to print again the second message hi. Okay. Yeah, there is a typo, sorry. So الأولى هي hello Python. والثانية قلنا السيستم سير لهذا الشيء اللي عندنا في هذا الكاب هذا في الكاس اللي هو hello Python. غير لنا hello to hi. Replace the hello word with the hi. عندنا hi Python. يعني تقدر تغير أي حاجة في string. منين دير string. You could change anything you want using the replace. يا بابا الحبيب please mute yourself. الحبيب نعيمي you got to mute yourself sir because your kids are disturbing the class. الله يحفظهم لك ولكن you got to respect the class. Okay, الحبيب, if you have a question let me know. I'll be more than happy to stop and address your question.
Sir.
Yes.
If you have a string that has like a Python like a 3 or 2 times.
Mohammed,
like more than one.
Yeah,
Mohammed. And if you do the replace.
Mohammed bin Hayyum, I barely hear you. I barely hear you. ما سمعتكش مزيان. Okay, so now we are going to do.
Sorry, do you hear me now?
Yeah, not really. So what was your question? Type in your question, brother. I'll be more than happy to address it.
If we have a okay.
عندك شي مشكل في المايك؟ ما كان سمعكش مزيان يعني متذبذب. Okay, so we are going to add dot find. Dot find اشنو كتعطيك؟ يعني it is gonna give you the index. مثلا في هذا الstring هذا اللي we just created a variable called message. We store in that variable hello world وبغينا نقلبوا على what is the index of WO. We got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Starts with 6. Okay. So it's a lot of work. So please go through this. I think that should be enough with the string. If you want to change the title, if you want to capitalize, if you want to find a word within the sentence, if you want to change or replace. So that's I think we should be one thing that I want to show you is sometimes you need to design a system that requires a user input. بغيتي دير شي بروجرام اللي كيطلب من اليوزر باش يدخل بعض المعلومات. For هذاك غادي نستعملوا واحد الفانكشن سميتها input. So we are going to add input as a function. Okay. مع الأسف ما غاديش نمشي. I'm not going to cover everything. ولكن you got the file, play around it. لعب بيه شوية. If you have a problem, if there is a problem, then please schedule a one-to-one session with me, or just let me know through email. I will be more than happy to assist you. Okay, so let's cover the input. So we got 3 sentences here. The first line is we are creating a variable called name. I'm sorry, we are creating an object. We created an object, we call it a name. Object يعني كاس ولا envelope ولا غير محتوى اللي غادي ندخلوا فيه المعلومات. Then we create another object called quantity. Then another object called price. يعني 3 ديال objects اللي created. The first object is we are going to use a computer we are going to interact with the keyboard. غادي يطلب منك انت تدخل معلومات. Then the second one خصك تدخل معلومة لكنها it has to be an integer يعني رقمية. يعني الأوبجكت الثالث غادي يطلب منك تدخل معلومة لكن هذه المعلومة it has to be a float يعني شي رقم فيه الفاصلة. I'm going to run it. It's going to ask you what is your name. I'm going to do Mo Midwani. دير enter. كيسولك how many items. بغيت 5. cost per item 12.8. That's it. Now we are going to take whatever is in the quantity هو رقم 5 وغادي نضربه يعني whatever we have stored in the price. كيعطيك total 64. This is how beautiful this Python is. Very simple, and you can design many sophisticated, exciting applications from simple things. Okay, folks. So I think so. If you were to, for example, I'm going to try again, Mohammed, but in this time I'm going to type 15.6. So it asking you, it is asking you to input an integer, but we are putting instead of integer we are doing a float. I'm going to hit enter. It's going to give you a problem. It's going to give you an error. Okay, so I'm going to try again. I'm going to do more midwani. And إلى درنا مثلا car is non-integer. إلى درتي hit enter. It's going to tell you, hey, I'm expecting an integer from you, and you are giving me a car. Car is non-integer. So you have to give me whatever I ask. So the first one is a string, mo midwani. The second one, how many items? It has to be an input from you, but it has to be an integer. خص يكون رقم عادي. مثلا I need 100. Telt, it has to be a float. If إذا مثلا 5 is not going to work. خص ندير 5.0, 5.0, which is going to be the same. Hit enter. Do the math is 500. Okay, that is all about the string, and now we are going to move into the list. You are welcome, Mustafa. Everybody, you are welcome. So now we are moving. That is all about the string. Now we are going to move into the list. We just covered a string thing. Yeah, we just covered a string thing. And in this string, we learned few things. Okay, we learned few things about this string. String number is a sequential. Sequential sequence type or sequential data is شيء بيانات اللي هي تسلسلية. يعني order is very important. مثلا hello is different than H law. It's different than H L O L. يعني التسلسل مهم جدا. هذاك الشيء كيتسمى sequential data. يعني الorder ديال elements of the data is very important. يعني منين تمشيو advanced في data science كاين واحد البارت ديال data science كتسمى sequential data. تقدر تستعملوا في time series analysis، تقدر تستعملوا في LSTM, RNN, NLP, natural language processing. It's all about the handling the data, that the order is very important, is essential. So what do we learn about the string? We learned how to use a few functions, how to use the type, how to use help, len, and the input. Then we also learned how to use the uppercase, lowercase, the title, the replacement. And if you go through the file, there are other new, what we call the functions that you can learn. Find, replace that we just learned, lower, case fold, capitalize, count. Yeah, this is all the functions that you could learn once you play around this file. So let's add this count. It's a function. We are going to do case fold. It's another function, and capitalize. It's a function. هادو اللي عندهم dot كتسمى الميثود. اللي ما عندهمش dot كتسمى الفانكشن. يعني بجوجهم they can take parameters. You can take many parameters inside. All of them. Okay. So now we are going to move into a list. For the list, excuse me. Yeah, the list we can use different functions with the list. The list and the string عندهم خاصية وحدة اللي هي مشتركة. And the list and string, they are both sequential data. يعني الorder ديال elements يعني you have to consider, you have to take the order as an essential critical characteristic of the data. So to create a list, excuse me, we are going to use the brackets. And to create a list, we are going to use brackets. This is very important. We are going to use brackets. And list is homogeneous. يعني تقدر دير في هذاك between brackets مجموعة ديال different type of data. نقدر نديرو الانتجر 9 مثلا كاما، نقدر نديرو string، نقدر نديرو شي ليست اخرى، نقدر نديرو بزاف ديال الحوايج. هذا كتسمى الهومو homogeneous. I'm sorry, it's heterogeneous. Homo يعني واحد, hetero means بزاف. You could use many different type of data inside the brackets. So for example, I'm creating a list. أنا غادي نستعمل ديال سميتو. Let me first of all, I'm going to clear out the output. Excuse me. So we create an object called enlist, and again, this is simply a name. You could name it whatever you want, but you got to respect the naming conventions when it comes to Python. So you cannot start a name with a number. You cannot have a space within the name. You cannot have a special character. Okay, so in this object, we are going to create a list with 3 elements. We are going to create a list with 3 elements. Okay, we create a list with element 1, element 2, element 3. The first element is string. String لأن كاين هاد quotation marks. The second element is a number. The third element is a number. وكما عرفنا بأن البايثون start with 0 index. So منين غادي نسجلوا هاد الكلمة هاد الليست هادي into a variable called enlist. إلا بغينا just one element of the list, we are going to use 0. We are going to use index in 0, index 1, and index 2. إلى درنا من right, left to right, we are going to do 0, 1, and 2. إلى مشينا من right to left, we are going to do -1, -2, -3, etc.
Sir, is the lists in Python the same as arrays in C?
I don't know about C, but yes, but most likely it's the same. Fundamentals is the same things, but they are handled differently. I learned C back in 2003, 2004. I forgot about C already. لكن نفس الخصائص يعني ديال all the programming language, they have a lot of things in common. Is it the same? I don't know, to be honest with you, because I learned C back in days and I forgot about it. ولكن 90% غادي يكون the same. 90% is
Yeah,
gonna be
it's just we INSEA, I think we can just like mix the variables like the strings with the integers with the floats in the
yeah.
same array.
Yeah, it could be the same.
Yeah.
انا ما بغيتش
Thank you.
نعطيك معلومه خاطئه لانني ما عقلتش على السي. انا تعلمت في 2003 2001 2002 2003. That's been a long, that's been an age. يعني ما عقلتش عليه. يعني ما بغيتش نقول لك yeah they are the same and we could Google it. List in C versus list in Python. Difference between list and array, no. List in okay, difference between Python list and C programming list. It could be maybe the array. اخي ما بغيتش نعطيك معلومه خاطئه ولكن 90% they are going to be the same لان قاعد اللغات هذه البروجرامينج languages they have the same basic things, the same underlying structure. Okay, so again with the list we can create a list using the brackets, and we are going to use whatever functions that we learned in string. هاد functions هادو اللي تعلمنا في string they can be applied to list also. نقدر نديرو print, نقدر نديرو type, len, input, etc. So len of list is going to count how many elements of the list. We've got 3. إلا درنا len of a string غادي تحسب لنا شحال من character اللي عندنا في list في يعني في string. So مثلا كاع message len of a message غادي تحسب لنا شحال من character اللي كاين اللي عندنا. كاع 12. string كتحسب لك character by character how many characters they have in the entire string. The entire string it could be a sentence. Okay, it could be a sentence. Message equal يعني حسب يعني 40 كاين 40 كاركتر وهذا الكاركترز محسوب هذا السبيس محسوبين. يعني the len and if you're to use a len with the string is gonna count how many characters you have in that string. And if you're to do it with the list, it's gonna count not the characters but the elements. So Python is 1, 5 is 2, and then 2022 is 3. Okay. So with the list, we can definitely have a string. We can have a float. We can have an integer. We can have a list. We can have a tuple. That is heterogeneous. List is heterogeneous, not homogeneous. Dunya, Nasir, please mute yourself, sister. Dunya, please, thank you. طيب عندنا هاد الليست هذه. Let's take a look. So we got a list and we want to see the index. So this is index 0. This is comma, index 1, index 2, comma, هذه كاملة, index 3, comma, هذه كاملة, index 4. يعني we have 4 elements. 4 elements في هذه الليستة we got 4 elements. We got 1, 2, 3, 5 elements. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. دابا بغينا مثلا بغينا نوصلوا بغينا غير هذا we want to print only this number. Okay, we want to print just the 21. غادي نقول للسيستم هاي تعطينا باش نوصلوا لهاد 21 يعني غادي نقولوا اعطينا بعد 3. Yeah, I want you to give me a 3. مين كيعطينا 3 كيعطينا هاد string هاد list كلها 1 2 3 4 5 all the way 3 4. دابا بغينا نوصلوا 21 غادي نبداو عاوتاني الاندكسين. This is index 0, index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. غادي نديرو 3 now غادي نديرو 7 وكتعطيك 21. مثلا بغيتي تقول للسيستم give me اعطيني هذه الكلمات اعطيني 2022. I need only 2022. Okay, what do you need to do? Again, we are gonna get the index. The first index we are gonna get is number 4. غادي نقول له اعطينا index number 4. منين غادي يعطيك index number 4؟ شنو غادي يعطيك؟ غادي يعطينا هادشي اللي كاين بالبراكتس parentheses. غادي يعطينا hello python 3.14 2022. لكن احنا ما بغيناش كل شيء ما بغيناش the entire bracket the tuple ما بغيناش everything. We need only this 2022 and we are going to add another subset and that is index. We got index 0, index 1, index 2 and index 3. هاد نقول لي اعطينا 4 كيعطيك الكلمه whatever in the parentheses ومنين كناخذ داكشي اللي whatever in the parent within the parentheses and we are going to indicate to the system what the index of the elements that we want to pull up. Okay. Here we go. So in list, again, if you were to print anything in an object, we could use the name of the object, or we could use the print and pass into it the name of the object. It's the same. Okay, and yeah, I mean difference when we use the name of the when you use the name of the object when you use the print is going to the print is going to print out all the elements as a list. When we use the name of the variable is going to print the name of the variables. The name is going to print the list, but it's going to separate the elements. So for every element of the list is going to be in a line. So this is index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2, this is index 3, and this one is index 4. If you want to pull up only Python, we are going to tell it. Yeah, بغينا غير الكلمة ديال Python. غادي نقولوا ليها. Okay, give me index number 4. So this is 0, 1, 2. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. كيعطينا هذه. دابا غادي نزيدو عاوتاني index 2, index 1. كيعطينا البايثون. Python. So that is called slicing.
Sir,
Yes, Huda?
where is the type of the last item in the list? Can we consider it like a list or just a string? Because it's not between brackets.
This one?
Yeah.
This one is a tuple.
Okay.
We are going to learn it later. It's a tuple.
Okay, thank you.
يا ويلكم. لكن في هذا الليست هذه يعني استعملنا بزاف ديال we use many different we use different type of data. استعملنا string، استعملنا الفلاوس، استعملنا الانتجر، استعملنا string. تقدر تستعملي عاوتاني inside، استعملنا list، تقدر تستعملي عاوتاني inside the list. We are going to use another list 1 2 3 4. استعمل عاوتاني هذا what you call tuple or set. استعملنا set.
And when we have like a list in a list, so we can consider it like a matrix or something like this.
No, it's simply it's called nested list.
Okay.
I'll نتعلم الماتريكس إن شاء الله. If you have time, we are going to learn a matrix.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. لكن دابا حنا فاش درنا list راه كل data type is considered an element. So this is a string, it's an element. This is another element, third element. هذه كاملة هي 4 element. دابا أنا غادي نسولكم سؤال وبغيتكم تعاونوني فيه. أنا طلبت منكم تعطيوني تخرجوا لي 3. Okay, I need only 3. How do you do it? So number 1, we are going to do the indexing. So this is index 0, index 1, index 2, هذه كاملة, index 3. Then هذه كاملة index 4. باش نوصلوا 3 هذه we are going to need to pull the entire string. So هذه تكون
3 bracket through.
This is the first thing.
We will say unless the 3 9.
Yeah, hold on. So no, it's not 3 3. It's not 3 3, brother. Okay, if we were to do 3 3, احنا درنا 3 تعطينا
No,
هذه.
3 9 2.
اوكي الى درنا 3 عاوتاني. No, it's not. ثلاثة هذه هي هذه. أنا سولتك على هذه ماشي هذه. So we got the first list, the first element. دابا باش نوصلوا لثلاثة هذه index 1, index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. يعني غادي نديروا 9. إذا درنا 9 تعطينا هذا الليست هذا list. اوكي ودابا حنا بغينا 3 غادي نزيدوا 3 actually 2, sorry. Here we go. So this is how we get to this 3. Yes, it's 392. Thank you. Okay, folks, so this is very simple things how you navigate through a list to pull up the data. Why do we need علاش كنحتاجوا هاد يعني هاد المعلومات هادو؟ لان منين انت كتخدم على الداتا مثلا منين كتخدم على tabular data you need a specific things from your data. You don't need to pull everything in your data. You are going to tell the system, please go to this location and grab whatever in that location. And you are only interested in a part of the data. You are not interested in everything. Okay, slicing is the same thing again. For the end list, give me, you are telling the system, give me from the 0th index to 2. So this is 0, this is 1 and 2. You are telling from give me the 2 from 2 and 4 excluded. So this is 0, 1, and 2. This is a 2. This is 3. From 0 to the second included, excluded. يعني قلت للسيستم اعطيني من الاندكس 0 حتى الاندكس 2 ولكن 2 ما كتكونش لانها excluded. يعني كيعطيك 0 كيعطيك 1. هذه كتقول لي اعطيني من اندكس 2 حتى الاندكس 4 كيعطيك اندكس 2 و3 4 ما كاين اكسكلودد. هذه كتقول لي اعطيني من اندكس 4 حتى 6 index 4 and 5, so the 6 is excluded. Okay, so so with this list we can use all of this type of functions, and we create a list. Now واحد list اللي created, so we got a variable equal a list. وعندنا بزاف ديال elements in that list. append ملي غادي نديرو append إلا بغينا نزيدو شي كلمة ولا شي حاجة تدي end. So append is gonna add an elements to the end of the list. Okay, مثلا عندك في شي list, for example. We are going to do here name equal Mohammed, comma data scientist, comma Atlanta. So the Kamla as a list, but it's string. Okay. أنا بغيت نزيد مثلا بغيت نزيد salary. بغيت نزيد salary غادي ندير name dot append I believe salary. There we go. ودابا إلى درت print ديال name كان عندي Mohammed data scientist Atlanta salary. يعني append كتزيد elements list اللي you already created ولكن كتزيدها للآخر كتزيدها in the last. Extend is to add all elements of a list to another list. دابا عندنا let's say we have two lists. كاين واحدة سميتها name. The other one is 2023 comma مثلا 250 ألف دولار مثلا let's say we got again USA, for example. So we got two lists. And we want to to extend. So we are going to do name dot extend, and of course we are going to extend salary. And now let's take a look into شنو عندنا في name. نتلقى بأن عندك موميد كان دارا ساينتيست كاين أتلانتا وكاين عندنا في the elements of the second list which is 2023 250 250 and USA. So the append كتزيد لك إلى عندك one list بغيتي تزيد شي حاجة لذاك list you are going to use the append. عندك two lists ولا 3 ولا 4 ديال lists وبغيتي تجمعهم كدير the extend كدير السمية ديال the first list extend والداخل ديال البراكتس كدير فيها السمية ديال second list. ومني كتجمع هذوك بغيتي تزيد مثلا another list let's say address مثلا كدير 305 Lockwood comma excuse me. Alhamdulillah, sorry guys. كتزيد مثلا أتلانتا كدير مثلا USA. يعني عندنا 3 lists. We have 3 lists and we just create 3 lists. هاد الأسماء هادو name, salary, address, simply أسماء اعتباطية. You could name them whatever you want. لكن تذكروا بأن راه كاين شي قوانين كتستعملون في هاد list. The names. Number 1, you cannot start with a space. You cannot start with a number. You cannot have a space. You cannot have a special character. Had names, they are simply indicating a variable. It's a name of a variable. I'm sorry, it's a name of an object. واحد object اللي هو عبارة عن خزان فاللي عنده واحد المساحة معينة في الميموري وديك المساحة المعينة كان دامبين فيه يعني we store in it whatever data that we want. So we just created 3 lists and now we are going to append. Again, we are going to extend name more with address. So هذه يكون عندنا دابا and we are going to look into. Yeah, we got Mohammed data scientist Atlanta, the address Atlanta again, etc. So we got all of this in one. Okay, so sort. So I want to sort this. I want to sort this in descending order. We are going to do dot sort. Okay, and of course you need to specify name dot sort. Why it's not working? Sort items in a list in ascending order. It should work. Name dot sort. No supported between. What do you mean? No supported between inferences. Oh, yes. Why? It's sort only works.
The same type.
Yeah, only works. So عندنا string وعندنا numbers. So if I were to remove these numbers, yeah, let's remove these numbers. I want to have only the string. Now the sort is going to work. Okay, and now we are going to do name. وغيتشوفوا بأن عندنا 305 هي الأولى Atlanta data scientist Mohammed USA salary. Okay, so the sort only works for either numbers, all numbers in the list, or إلى عند خليط ما بين string and numbers, float, then the sort is not going to work. It has to be homogeneous. The pop is going to remove an element at a given index. مثلا بغيتي دابا عندنا هاد السميه هذه اللي هي نيم فيها موميد واني داتا ساينتست اتلانتا بغيت نحيد مثلا هاد اتلانتا هذه. We are going to do موميد واني name.pop ولكن we have to give it an index. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be pop element 6. And now let's take a look into the name. Then we should have, it's pop number 5.
C'est Mohammed, je m'excuse, je dois sortir.
Not a problem, Khoya. Inshallah, we're almost done. Yeah.
Merci.
You are welcome. Anyways, guys.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So You want to remove an element, you could use the remove. We want to insert, we can use the insert. Again, the length is to count the number of items. These are some basic fundamental functions that you could use to play around the list. Okay, so now we are going to move. Again, please play around this file. It's a lot. I really don't have. I don't have time to cover this, but just play around it and come back to me if you have any question, any concern, and I will be more than happy to assist you. Unfortunately, we got to stop here. But you got the files. Go through the files, and again, I'm going to be available to support during the week. So now I'm going to open the floor for you guys to see if you have any question, any concern before I got you dismissed for today. Okay, questions, please. Yeah, you could use the slicing. That is, Ayman, this is a lot to cover in slicing, unfortunately. I don't think we are going to have time to do that. Yes, but there is a lot. Okay, folks, yeah, again, you got to practice, keep practicing these files. Next week, we are going to move into data. So we are going to cover the elements of the data. What do we need to know about data? And of course, we are going to use Python to read the data. And we are going to start manipulating, exploring, visualizing, understanding this data. Then the next step is we are going to use whatever we learned about data to prepare and pre-process the data. And the next step is after that is do some modeling. Then we are going to apply machine learning. The files can be accessed through the Anaconda, your dashboard. The files can be accessed through the Canvas. If you don't have access to Canvas, then talk to me. I'll be more than happy to assist you. Okay, folks, that's it for today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. See you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
باي سي محمد تبارك الله عليك.
الله يبارك فيك أخي.
Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome, sir. You are welcome.
Have a good day. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
شكرا بزاف سي محمد.
مرحبا أخي مرحبا. نتمنى إن شاء الله تكونوا كتستافدوا من البروجرام. I don't want it to be
Thank you so much,
إن شاء الله.
Mohammed. Thank you so much.
شكرا سي محمد بارك الله فيك.
الله يبارك فيكم يا إخوة الكرام. إن شاء الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
I have just one question, Mohammed.
Sure.
When I have the list, but I want to
I barely hear you.
Yeah.
ما سمعتكش مزيان. إذا كان ممكن تعاود your question, I will be more than happy to address it.
When I have the list, I want to print the first, for example, the first string and the third in the same time.
What do you mean? You want to print? You know, print what?
I want to appear the first string of the list.
ما سمعتكش مزيان أخي. إذا كان ممكن تكتب. راه عندك مشكل في المايك. You have a problem with the mic. If you can type in your question, I will be more than happy to address it in the last few minutes that we have.